gente, bienvenido una vez más a su canal de RN Tactical. Hoy estamos aquí filmando un video sobre la batalla de los compensadores. ¿Qué tenemos hoy? Un reguerete de 2011 que Mr. Blackson trajo. This old Mr. Blackson collection. How many you bring in? You got?
Three.
Three. So, 3 de Mr. Armchair Operator, el resto son de Mr. Blackson. Son, mi gente, son, I'll call it the high end, right? 2011s.
Yep, high end 2011.
De 2011 de alta gama. Firmamos, vamos a hablar sobre nuestra experiencia, ¿verdad? Como pueden ver en los videos ahí que le estamos trayendo, ya las disparamos y eso. Vamos a hablar sobre nuestra experiencia de cada uno. Who want to start talking about your experience and your number one pick, right? That's how we're going to work.
Yeah, we're gonna do like price point
Versus performance, right?
performance. If money's not an option,
Okay.
what would be your best gun on that table? What would be your top pick? If money is an option, we're looking for more cost-effective, budget-friendly comp gun. Which one would it be? So let's try to scale it from there and see where it goes.
All right.
Where it goes.
Sounds good to me.
All right, Mr. Armchair Operator.
All right, what's going on, everybody? So if I were to hit the Powerball tomorrow and I had an unlimited source of money, which one would I pick? First of all, they all are phenomenal shooters. No price point. I gotta say, I would have to go with the Atlas Erebus.
You can clip it on your shirt so you
Let me
can
just
hold
show
it.
you this. So this is Mike's gun. He's done a full review on this gun. Outstanding shooter. What I like the most about it, this grip, because it really locks in the hand. And of course, you got that SRO on top. It's just really slick, really nice. What's the trigger on this, Mike? What's the poundage on the trigger?
It's up 2 pound, like 1.7.
So 1.7 libras, 1.7 pounds. That's crazy.
So basically, if you blow on it, she'll go off. Streamlight. This is a really nice setup. Now,
that's your number one pick?
That would be my number one pick.
All right, so on the table, we got the Terran Tactical Sand Viper, we got the Atlas Erebus, that Nighthawk TRS Comp, the Watchtower Apache, we got the Masterpiece Arms DS9, the one and only Staccato XC, and we got the Sleeper. We're going to get into the
yeah. I want to get into that. Like, later we can get into the sleeper gun right here, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, we hear a lot of stuff about Phoenix Trinity, but I tell you, the H-Tac is a winner.
Miren esto, mi gente.
I got very fortunate to get the H-Tac and one that did not have any issues. No issues whatsoever with this one. Like I said, it has a linkless barrel. And you just got to keep it oiled. That's the only thing. Keep this thing oiled. This thing will run like a dream.
Actually,
shooter.
But 2011s, you got to keep it oiled because they're all metal parts. They fit together. They're super tight fit.
Well, that's true. But this is the one that has the linkless barrel.
Oh, linkless barrel.
Yeah,
so doesn't have the link.
Too dry or too dirty.
It will give you a problem.
Yeah. That can mess up the action on the slide frame.
All right, I'm going to talk about my number one pick here. Out about all these crazy guns, you might be surprised why that one. But yo voy a ser bien honesto, mi número uno aquí. I gotta go with the DS9. Masterpiece DS9, mi gente, fue la que, I think this is the one that I like the most.
All right, so that one over the XC. People are calling that the XC killer.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I can tell the same thing.
See that?
Yeah. Yo puedo ver eso. And now, wait. Now they're calling the XC killer.
Yeah.
Price point. Which one is more affordable?
It's definitely the Masterpiece Arms DS9. I mean, it's probably $1,200 less.
Yeah. $1,200 menos que el Staccato XC. I got my top 5 of them. If you want to talk about my top 5. Yeah, let's go top 5.
Absolutely, yeah.
Top número uno, number one for me, Masterpiece.
Okay.
This gun is crazy. You guys can see the B-roll when we shoot it. I like this one. Slide to frame is good. This slide is so beautiful. And I don't know, but when I try 2011, I try to look for that sound. They got like a unique sound that you can tell there's quality in there. You know what I mean? So
And
Masterpiece DS9. Look at that. Look at that.
Exactly, yes.
yeah,
All right. I'm going to go for my top second.
top second.
Okay.
Top second.
The número dos.
Número dos. Yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go. Número dos. All right. My top second will be Atlas Erebus.
Okay.
This thing, I don't know. Super, super flat.
Next level.
Next level. The slide is, even that the machining and everything feel way better than DS9, but I don't know. It's something behind the DS9 that, that got me like, this one, super crazy. I think you can air rack this thing, bro. It's like, yeah, it's.
I'm not an air racker. I tried, but I don't know.
Thing. Oh, he got it.
All right. This is my second, mi segundo, my second top pick. So I got this too. This one and the DS9.
All right, so number 1 and number 2.
Okay.
Número uno, right here. Número dos. All right, number 3. You're going to kill me with that one, Mike. You're going to kill me in this one, but hey, I got it. I just, what I like.
Let's do it.
Number 3, the Phoenix Trinity, the H-Tac. I don't know, man. It got something special. You know what I mean? I know that we got way crazier gun. Probably, for you that know more about 2011, you will say, hey, I got something way better than that. But how it feel? Phoenix Trinity, bro. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I like it. Number 3, can I let it fall? And you're going to kill me, bro. Again, I start telling you. Because, anyway, let's keep going. Number 3, the Watchtower Apache. I like it. I don't know. You gotta get used to the grip and stuff like that. It's kind of different, but it feel great for me.
Very nice.
Number 4.
Now number 5 and for last, my favorite gun, Staccato XC. It was, I shoot it a bunch of times. Yeah, like that quality, that thing, I like it. But the reason that I put it like, for me, for my opinion, I put it for the last is because I will say that at least the masterpiece, I will call it the Staccato Killer. And it's almost half of the price of this one, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it is. So this is coming in around.
I know that Frank has it for 3 something.
Yeah, 35, 36.
Yeah.
And
this one
coming in at 42, 43.
on the
Yeah,
cheapest
43,
side.
yeah.
On the cheapest side.
This?
Yeah, because I've seen it in gun.
This one right here, you won't be able to find this.
Oh yeah,
Factory.
because
this is factory.
yeah, you got the 2-tone out of factory like
they
that.
don't make that no more.
Yeah.
You'll look more like
But
that one.
oh yeah, this one is the one that you will be able to find more. Esta es la que más ustedes pueden encontrar por ahí. Esa es la Staccato XC, negra completa. But this one, I like the 2-tone, man. It make it stand. That's why I fell in love with the XP Pro Fusion Firearms.
Oh yeah.
Because it got the 2 tones and it make it nicer.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mike, like for me, that's why I put it for last, because I know Staccato make great quality. But bro, nobody can trash out the masterpiece.
All right, so price not being an option, you hit the lottery, go out there, the guns on this. Oh.
No, you can keep talking.
So the guns on this table, if you hit the lottery, what would be your pick? Money no option.
Okay. My pick, if I gotta go, like let's say like a bug out that I gotta leave and some crazy stuff is happening and stuff like that, it's a gun here that serves the purpose for that. And that would be the Nighthawk.
Absolutely. Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, this is the most tactical gun 2011 out there. For my opinion. You agree with it too?
I agree.
So mi opinión, la más tactical Nighthawk, what is the name of Sand what?
TRS comp. The Sand
TRS.
Comp.
Okay, Sandhawk. TRS comp. This gun feel amazing. But like I said, it got a place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For like tactical training, you want to look cool. You want to enjoy shooting something crazy. I think the Nighthawk is my number 1. If I got to pick one gun, because that one I can do it all.
Yeah.
All right. So where does the Terran Tactical Sandviper sit? Where does it fit?
Listen, I will be pretty honest. Like, I will talk all about honesty here.
Mm-hmm.
It will sit out there for me,
Mm-hmm.
but you said money not an option. But for what I'm gonna pay for this one, I can buy 2 masterpiece arm.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they about like, you know, it's nothing like if you shooting both of them,
Mm-hmm.
it's nothing that you can say this one do better than this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree
True.
with that.
So, you know, they all both comp. They run super flat, super nice. So I will say, you know, it's not even on my pick.
All right.
Now, if I win it like in a raffle or something like that, oh, I will pick it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But if I'm gonna invest my money,
Mm-hmm.
no, I won't do it. I won't do it because whatever this price are going up in the Sandviper.
Yeah.
So whatever this one costs, I can get 2 masterpiece, 1 comp and 1 without the comp.
Yeah, and I would say this is more a
Like a
collector's-
collective, yeah,
collector's
collective.
piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can it run? This is a runner.
Yeah.
It will run. It's a.
It's quality. I'm not
it's a
saying it's
tac-
quality.
It's a tack driver.
Guys, don't get me wrong. It's not quality there. I'm just looking for the perspective of the price, you know?
Right.
I know the money's not an option, but me thinking about how that gun feels, nah. And it's something crazy, you know, for less money. Yeah, it's a guy, big guy, you know,
Yeah.
Terran Butler, he make it. Oh yeah, he got quality behind that gun. Obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it runs, and like I said, I wouldn't sell it for anything. So, yeah, it's in a
No.
collection.
If I have it in my collection, that shit don't go anywhere. It's a great gun, like I said, but it's not in my pick,
Right.
you know. All right, Mr. Operator, which one will be in your pick?
All right. So
I got you, brother.
Get mic'd up. Okay, so my number 1 is the Erebus.
Oh,
So this is my number 1. If I had to pick a number 2 on this table, I'm gonna surprise y'all, but it would have to be the DS9.
there you go.
Because one of the things that I really like this gun has a very good balance. And that's one of the things that I'm learning about my 2011 journey is that each gun has like a different balance.
Mm-hmm.
When you're holding this gun, you feel more the center of gravity like closer to your hand. So that's going to really help with keeping your shots on target and quick. So I like that. And plus it's at an excellent price point too. For my number 3, I gotta go with the Sandhawk. This gun is on my list for sure. I was looking for this when I bought my XC. And what I like about it, first of all, I'm a sucker for FDE. But outside of that, just listen to this. It's like glass. It's just like glass. Phenomenal trigger, safe direction, boom. Awesome gun. Awesome gun.
That will be your number 2.
That would
3.
be my number 3.
Okay.
Number 3, I gotta go with the OG Staccato XC.
That will be number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Number 4. Yeah, this is my number 4. And I say this is my number 4 because this gun I can go to war with. And I will be, for the most part, okay. It's very good. It's pricey compared to, say, something like the DS9. But the great thing about the Staccato, you got that lifetime warranty if for whatever reason it breaks. I have put over 2,000 rounds on this. I've ran this gun dry, even though you're not supposed to. I've run this gun dry, and I have never, ever had a failure of any kind with this gun.
Mike, what is your feedback on the Staccato SC? You had it for a longer time, right?
Here you go, sir.
What is your feedback of that? I want to hear Mike about. I know that you got one more to pick, but I want to. Now that you said that, you can go to war. It caught my attention, so I know that Mike has it for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what is his thought about the XC. Why make it so special?
All right, so the thing about Staccato and just the XC in general, like I said, I had this gun for over 5 years, probably 3,000 rounds through it, not one failure. Staccato can always meet the demand and supply of the consumers, and they can mass produce these like no other company. So this is probably the best production built gun out there on the market. And like I said, it rivals a lot of custom built guns out there as well. So where a lot of these manufacturers fail is when they put out a great gun, 5, 6, 20, 50, you name it, and then demand starts getting high. That's when the QC starts falling apart. And Staccato, they really stood the test of time. Like I said, I only got into it like 6 years ago, but I think Staccato's Staccato, they've been out there for years. And I have an STI Nitro 10, it's a 10 millimeter, and I had the Costa Ludus 45. I'll talk to you later, Frank Bank, about that one. But I tell you, those guns are probably the first original models of STI, and I tell you, it's some of the best. And the quality control still remains the same. For this Staccato XC, which I got 6 years ago, and Armchair Operator Staccato XC, like I said, if you go to McDonald's in Philadelphia, and go to McDonald's in California, Los Angeles, and order a Big Mac, you're going to get the same tasting Big Mac, and that's when it goes to the Staccato, that XC. No matter the flavor, the style, the quality is always going to stay the same. So,
Ok, lo que él dice de la Staccato sí es que you said it's a production gun, right? The best production. Ok, esto es una 2011 de producción, que no es una 2011 customizada, ¿verdad? Es hecha en producción, o sea, por masa. Y la calidad de esta pistola, para hacerle producción, no se compara a ninguna pistola que hay en el mercado. Es como él dice, tú vas a McDonald's, compras un Big Mac, va a ser el mismo aquí, allá, donde quiera que lo compres. ¿Por qué? Es una pistola de producción, pero ellos le ponen la calidad que hay ahí. So, por eso es que también el precio de ellos es tan caro, porque es que no vas a encontrar ninguna pistola que no sea custom. So, custom work would be like this one, right? Sandviper, what is a custom work for?
Okay. Custom here.
Está las alas. Esto es customizado. So, how long it take for you to have one of this gun?
Well, that one they already had built.
If they don't have it, it will take a couple of weeks or months, right?
It would take probably 8 months. But now the thing about Atlas,
Yeah.
They no longer really consider custom anymore.
Okay.
So they kind of got a nice production level quality going, just like Staccato. So, I mean, it's / custom / production manufacturing process.
So what we can call
more
custom? Phoenix?
More custom is the S9 and also the Nighthawk. This is by far the most custom gun on the table right
Okay. And it takes like 6-7 months for you
that
to
would take over a year.
Ve, mi gente, ¿qué pasa con custom? Ok, esta pistola se siente la misma calidad, pero te tardas un año en poder tener una. ¿Me entiendes? No que tú tú quieres una pistola que se sienta custom work, pero producción, la Staccato XC. So, if you got the money and you're trying to buy something custom and you don't want to wait, like, el Staccato XC, you know, like, it's not on my right at the top for me, not because of quality.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I'm going more on the budget side, what I can have against. But yeah, like, sorry, man, we're missing you number 5.
Yeah, number 5, and that's an interesting conversation that I would like to have, because that's one of the things you hear a lot about in this industry: price point versus performance, and a lot of that comes down to how do you view your collection. But anyway, we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. For my number 5 pick, I gotta go with Phoenix Trinity on this one. It's just something about this Phoenix Trinity. First of all, it's unique. And I like this, I guess you call this square-shaped barrel.
Mm-hmm.
It's different. The grip, phenomenal. What type of grip is this? Sandpaper?
Yeah, that's sandpaper.
Sandpaper grip. It has a good balance to it, and it's just super, super flat. Now, I know Phoenix Trinity is a little controversial in the 2011 space, but like Mike was saying, if you get yourself a good one, you got yourself a real good pick here. So that's my 5. Honorable mention, I gotta go with the TTI Sandviper. I love the look of this gun. Even if I didn't know anything about Taran Tactical or Taran Butler or TTI, I love the look of the Sand Viper. I love the Butler cut. I love the Cerakote. It just looks really nice. Feels good in the hand. Definitely an honorable mention for me.
I'm not in the frame.
Go ahead.
Me veo.
You good? You good?
Okay. Oh, Mike, do you think?
Okay. All right, guys. Mr. Blackson, Team Blacksmith. My top 5 out of my collection. Whew. Very tough. Very tough. But like I said, it's not easy. But let me just throw it out there. All right. So the Atlas Erebus. When I got this one, it really threw off my entire collection because the XC was the top one when I did Battle of the Comps. The first version, this is the second one, but my first Battle of the Comps, the XC was the number 1, but the Erebus, to this day, is my number 1 pick. It goes without question that the quality and the build on this, the action performance, the trigger, like I said, when I bought this, it was fully customized. You know, I was able to upgrade the trigger, the grip panels. Yeah, so the Atlas Erebus. Now, the only downside to the Atlas Erebus, as you can hear, the quality, slide to frame fit is great. This cannot shoot major rounds. This is minor only. That's the only difference that separates the XC, which can shoot 9 major. So if you had to pick something, all-around gun, it technically would be the XC, but as my favorite, the Atlas Erebus would be my number 1. Now, I did a recent review on this one, and in my opinion, it definitely is the game changer. And it would be that DS9 TC by Masterpiece Arms. That is my second pick. Like I said, it's this one for the price point. We'll probably get into that a little later, but this one is a performer, Masterpiece Arms. They really came out. They knew what they were doing. Quality builds, the materials. They really put a lot of attention to the QC, making sure every gun that came out was on point. And when I got my Masterpiece DS9 open, you know, I waited 3 months for that. And they called me and they said, hey, you know, we had an issue. We got to send it back. We had some quality controls issues. So I had to wait another 4 months. But that's what they do. They don't play around. They want to send out the best quality guns out there. So that DS9 TC number 2. Whew. Again, my number 3, it has to be Phoenix Trinity. The H-Tac is a runner. Now, I did a review on this. I ran this in the competition. And like I said, the only issue I had was with the grip safety. The way I grip it. And like I said, it's just, for me, my grip, this grip safety does not work for me. So I'll probably wind up getting that pen. But the action, the control on this, the slide to frame fit.
Yeah, it's butter. I like it.
Yeah.
They're all unique in their own way. They all sound the same, but when you rack them, you like, yeah, just a little bit different.
Yeah, it's not how to sound. It's actually, if you got the opportunity to have it in your hand,
Yeah,
and you tried it. Now that, you know, like people go, okay, we do review on this, Mike, but it's not the same have it in your hands
Yeah, that's true.
and feel the action, actually. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. Now I always had like battles between the Sandhawk, TRS Comp, and the Staccato XC. Now look, so let's just get this out the way right now. This is my number 4. My number 4 pick is the XC. We already went over that XC. It's just, it will stand the test of time. It is the Glock of the 2011 world. This thing will never fail you.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's the total package right here. Shoot minor rounds, major rounds. This thing will do it. You know, my only gripe with Staccato, they have so many opportunities to upgrade the trigger. Like I said, stock, it still runs great, but I would love to see a metal, aluminum, or steel grip on here. It's sad that what you pay for it, that you still have to upgrade certain aspects of it to get to the level of, just say, the DS9 TC, which has the aluminum grip at that price point, metal trigger. So
yes, actually, that's a good point, Mike.
Mhm.
I want to jump in real quick because that part I want to translate it
Right.
for make sure.
Mhm.
It's a good point what you mentioned there.
Right.
Like, lo que tú pagas por esta, no, perdón, lo que tú pagas por el Staccato XC, que no tiene los hot grade, Aquí estamos hablando que tú pagas mucho menos por esta. And it's a metal grip, aluminum.
Aluminum grip.
Grip de aluminio. O sea, que ya viene con todos los hot grade. The trigger is a way better trigger.
They're
They are
comparable. They're like 2.5 pounds, 2.5 pounds.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
both 2.5 pounds.
Okay. Let me see. Yeah, they're
comparable
the same.
trigger.
Well, it's true what you're saying. Why you this one, even you paying less on the DS9,
Right.
tiene mejores piezas upgrade. You're right about that, man. I
Yeah.
didn't figure out that part. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Alright.
part if I could just introduce quick. Part of that has to do with the fact that you have a different trigger shoe.
Mm-hmm.
On the XC, that polymer trigger shoe just gives a little bit of a bounce, at least in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But the DS9, that aluminum trigger shoe
And flat.
is flat, and that's what really sets these two apart. You can get a flat trigger from Staccato, but to have it aluminum trigger flat out of the box, that's what everybody wants.
Out of the box, for less the price.
Yeah.
So it's so up and downs. You know, the world 2011 is crazy, Mike. You know, it's like you gotta go for whatever you like, whatever you love.
Yes.
It's people that they don't care about the grip, they love the staccato, you know. But even then, this way better stuff. For me, I like this grip.
Yeah.
All the guns, you know, all the 2011 that you got, they got this grip. I love it. Like this one, the Atlas is crazy.
We just talked about that.
Yep.
All right. So my number 5.
Uh-oh.
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 All right. So look, let's talk about the Nighthawk for a minute.
Nighthawk for me.
Like we already talked about the Nighthawk. It's a specific purpose for Nighthawk, in my opinion, more tactical use.
Yeah.
When I do tactical training, I don't grab any other gun. I grab the Nighthawk. 'Cause I know if you drop this thing is built like a tank. It's not going to break on you. This thing is just going to stand the test of time right here. So it's five, but tactical use, that's the person I would grab. Now we got into honorable
mention, yep.
All right. So
Menciones honorables, mi gente. Vamos para encima.
Sandhawk, the Sand Viper. I don't know. This thing will run. I did a review on this before, and one of the people I was teaming up with, they love the Sand Viper over every gun on this table.
What?
Yeah,
Who was that?
Interesting.
this guy from Shooting Doors.
Oh, no.
And he's a,
No.
and he's the competition shooter. He's
No.
the competition shooter.
Oh,
He loved this. I was
man.
like, what, over the Airbus? Are you kidding me? He's like, yeah. And he's a Glock. He loves Glock.
I guess for the taste that there is so many colors. That's why so many colors.
I'm curious to know why, but anyhow.
Yeah, I would like to see his opinion, man.
Yeah. You can go to my page, do the Shooting Doors review on that one where I did technically a battle of the comps. That was actually number 2. But
Now you change your mind?
I don't know. But like I said, the Tactical Sand Viper, great gun. I love it. But for some reason, it never reaches that level of, hey, this is like the top 5. It never gets into that level. Now I got all these other guns on the table.
But like I said, it's not because the gun is bad.
No, it's not bad.
It's something it's hard to explain.
Let me ask this question while we're on that subject. If that gun came in, let's say, $4,000, would that change your opinion on it?
It wouldn't.
Not
No.
even a $3,000, which in my opinion.
It wouldn't. Now, why would you say that?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
Like, what is it about this gun? Even though it's a great gun,
It's
but what is it
freaking
about
great gun,
this
bro?
that doesn't put it? I would say, is it aesthetics? Is it performance?
No, it's probably the prettiest gun on the table.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Aesthetic-wise, it's a great gun. So let me put it from my perspective. All right, so I have the STI, the original STI Terran Tactical Combat Master, and I have the Combat Master Alpha.
Mhm.
Those 2 guns were built on the STI platform.
Okay.
Right.
Now, if you put those guns and put it next to this one, you're gonna be like, ooh, I feel the difference.
Mhm. Different quality.
Yeah, it's just when STI say, okay, we're going to kind of design this like our guns, and you know, I'm sure Terran Tactical had some say so how it was designed and built, of course. But if you put this next to the original Combat Master STI 2011,
Yeah.
that's when you just like, okay, I see what he's talking about now. I see where the difference is.
Okay.
Like I said, great gun, but when I think about it, I see the original Combat Master. I was like, this could have been done slightly.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Thinking about what they did with the SCI, this one could have been next level.
Okay.
My opinion. So
We get it. We get it. We got it now.
yeah. But next one, and like an honorable mention. Now I know one of my reviews, I was talking about the Watchtower Apache, and I kind of referenced that it was better than the Phoenix than the H-Tac. And let me talk about that for a minute. Out the box, if I ran this in a competition, I would have no issues with this. And I kind of like little biased because I ran this competition. I had issues with it because of the grip safety. That's the only reason why I said the Watchtower was better than the Phoenix Trinity H-Tac. But I tell you, this is a runner. We all ran this.
Yeah.
Yes. Sure. Sure.
Like great, like I said, we know Watchtower has their issues, bankruptcy and everything else. Who knows the other material they use?
And that gonna feel. It feel amazing, man. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what? You know what I feel?
Mhm.
That for a ported gun or a comp gun, for me it is a little too oversprung.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's a little too
Yeah,
over.
it has like a, I believe it's a 9 or, hold on,
Yeah, it's a if you compare.
it's like a 12.
Yeah.
trigger
It's a
swing.
little heavier.
Like
than,
if you compare like with the XC,
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
that has a 7.
you see?
Now
Yeah.
I'm thinking about swapping out to a 7-pound.
I think if you do like a
Yeah.
7 or 8,
Yeah.
it would. Try to talk about the sleeper.
All right,
Yes.
let's all talk about the sleeper.
Let's talk about the sleeper.
All right,
So,
so-
in case y'all didn't know, this is what he's talking about. Rick, you take it
Yeah,
away.
go ahead, Rick.
Okay. Okay. So, esta es la que nosotros llamamos la sleeper. Esta es la Jisan Witness Match X, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ustedes han visto mucho contenido sobre ella, pero esta pistola. So, you didn't adjust the trigger, right?
That gun is bone stock.
Okay, completamente de la caja. And like I said, like, yo creo que esta pistola es una de las. I think this sleeper, I think like, that's like we gotta be honest. They're trying to go after the Staccato,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
bottom budget wise, right?
Mhm. Now what's the price point on that?
That I want to say, is just under 1,000.
Por debajo de los
Just
$1,000.
under 1,000.
So, estamos hablando. So, we talking about que if I do, like, let's say, ignition kit on it, change the gyro spring, you know, bring it down a little bit, maybe a little bit. We can change the grip,
Mm-hmm.
and we still under the value of XC. Now, if you don't know how to do the work yourself, we're talking about at least 700-800 for the work.
But it's still less than the DS9.
It's still less than a DS9. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm thinking about, I don't know. I gotta hit Frank up.
Now, believe it or not, doing all that work to the Match X will actually put you price point wise to a Prodigy. So if you think
Oh.
about it, Springfield kind of changed the game when they released the Prodigy.
Yeah,
a few
they
years
was the
ago.
first one to
They
bring
was
to
the first
budget 2011.
budget, right? But now you have these like this, and then the XP Pro, and then the XP Pro Comp coming soon. Other companies now are saying, "Okay, Springfield, hold my beer. Let me show you what we can do."
Let me tell you, we had the opportunity to hold the XP Pro comp model, the 5-inch.
Yes.
That gun is good. It's gonna be. I don't know. For what I can tell, what do you think about the
It's-
quality? What?
quality wise, that they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's just I'm speechless when I, you know, just
Actually-
held it and racked the gun. It was
Yeah,
just,
well, it actually got a similarity. Not compared completely, you know, but the work that they did on the slide and everything, it's kind of, you know, it looked
yeah,
kind of
similar.
like, yeah.
But the Match X, Now, I tell you, I thought the 2011 game was like really exclusive.
No, not no more.
Not no
At
more.
one point in time, it
It
was.
was, you know, hey, only
You know which one I want to try? It's
Mhm.
another one budget. It's way more budget than that one. Is military armament, the Mac.
Oh, the
Mac
Mac
9. They launched the new comp model, the 4 1/4 and the 5-inch.
Hit up
Okay.
Bunker 2. They have a YouTube. I know we can't say it on YouTube, but you gotta just
Oh, it's okay. It's
Bunker 2 posted one maybe about Bunker 2 posted a used one maybe about a week ago for $750. 425 comp. Now you know how it goes at Bunker 2. Sell like hotcakes. So if you wanna, I would advise you to call them first thing in the morning and see if they still got it.
but they still have it, you think?
I don't know. I was going to hit Philip about it just to get them to do for a review on it, but call them. Call them because stuff like that go quick. Mike will tell you.
Yeah, it does. All right, so for the Mac checks, I know I did like a Prodigy project. I thought Prodigy was probably the best gun you could get to upgrade, do small modifications, but I tell you the Match X, at the price point, new, it far exceeds the Prodigy. Like I said, you can upgrade the trigger, upgrade the internals, probably cost you anywhere from $350. Then you can move on to the grip. Then you can move on to other modifications if you choose to, but you can do a little bit at a time instead of tucking out everything all at once, and especially if you do the work yourself.
Yeah, the first thing I will do it, not to spend crazy money, it will be the internal.
Yes.
I will go with the EGW internal.
Yep.
They sell the whole kit. I think it's like, what, two something?
Yeah.
If you
Or
wanna
less
go-
than that.
If you want to
150.
go crazy and go for the Infinity
Or
ignition
Infinity.
kit. Now they're selling their ignition kits.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't know that part, so there you go.
And
Yeah.
Atlas.
So,
And
estamos
Atlas.
hablando que te puedes ir con el kit de Atlas, Infinity. Si no tienes dinero, you want to stay on the budget, go with EGW, it's the cheapest one.
Yeah.
But if you want to go crazy, si te quieres ir loco para lo último, ahí Mike dijo que está el de Phoenix y está el de Atlas. I know that people is putting like, Atlas trigger. I saw already somebody built and put an Atlas trigger on it and a bunch of crazy stuff.
You got an Atlas trigger in this.
Yeah.
This Prodigy.
And I believe Atlas, Infinity, they see where the market's going. It's here.
Yeah.
They say, you know what? We got to stay in the game because these things are really disrupting the market.
They are.
It's like, you know what? If they want to upgrade certain aspects of their gun, we're going to offer to them, hey, you got a Match X. Put an Infinity Ignition kit in there.
Yep.
Take it to the next level. Oh, this grip. Oh, get an Atlas grip to throw on this thing or Icarus grip. It's just so many things you can do to get your level to the performance of a $3,000-$4,000.
I remember like 5 years ago, if you want to be in the 2011 game, you got to throw out at least $5,000
Yes.
at
to
least.
own one.
Yes.
At least.
Yes.
And that was on the budget side. Then Prodigy came out, changed the game. Obviously, yeah, it was the cheapest gun 2011 out
At
there
the time, yep.
at the time, yeah. And now we're gonna wrap this thing up.
Yep.
Esto fue la batalla de los comps para ustedes, mi gente. Espero que les haya gustado este video. Si les gustó, compartan, suscríbanse. Follow my man right here, Armchair Operator. I'm gonna put the link below. Everybody knows the one and only Mr. Blackson. So please follow up. Mike, you got a lot of followers from Puerto Rico. So you gotta say something to them, bro.
All right, guys, I want to thank you guys so much. I wish I could speak Spanish.
Yes.
It flows so much easier, but Rick will translate for me. The impact that we have on people with what we do, it's like sometimes we're oblivious to it. We see the comments and everything else, people asking questions and everything, but the impact on people, that's something that we don't usually know about or aware of until we start running into some of our subscribers.
Oh yeah.
Then when Ricky talks to me about his collaborations with some of the other gun tubers over there, trainers, instructors over there in Puerto Rico. So I am greatly honored.
When we was at the Airbnb in the gun con, remember the guy that called me a FaceTime and say, "Yo, tell him that we are his followers."
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
Yeah.
They don't speak English, but they follow Mr. Blacks.
That's
So-
awesome.
Thank you for your support. I appreciate every one of you guys. It goes without saying. So subscribe to my channel. We got some great giveaways, so become a member as well.
There you go.
The giveaways are going to get crazy by the end of the year, and I got one more gun giveaway. Yeah, it's going to be a 2011, of course.
Oh,
So be on the lookout. Nope, nothing on this table. Nothing on this table. So I'm sorry. So nothing on this table.
mi gente, técnicamente le está agradeciendo a todos ustedes que gracias, quisiera hablar más inglés, pero pues no sabe, que se le agradece a todos ustedes por el apoyo y suscríbanse, vuélvanse miembro de la página del que él va a estar dando. Dijo que el giveaway y los regalos se van a volver más brutales. El próximo regalo dice 2011.
2011.
Va a ser una 2011, no vamos a decir qué, pero oye, vayan y join the team. Paguen la membresía. Es sumamente económica y por tener oportunidad de ganarte una pistola, $3,000, $4,000. Bueno, hace eso. Así que mi gente, gracias por todo. Esto fue el video de Battle of the Comp with my brothers. Armchair Operator, Team Blacksmith. Nos vemos en el próximo video, mi gente.
Keep that in mind. Designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away. It's so unreal.